Hello everyone, welcome back, welcome to LRDIprep. So we were discussing CAT 2020 slot 3 4-set Venn diagram, and in the previous video in the part 1 we discussed how to fill in all the information in the 4-set Venn diagram, how to make a 4-set Venn diagram, which cell belongs to how many set, which cell is the intersection of how many set. We have covered that basics. So I hope you have watched the part 1 of this video. In this second part, I'll be discussing all the questions that were asked, right? Where you will be learning that to answer a particular question, what are the different cells that you're supposed to look into to get the values. Let's have a look at the first question now. The first question says, what was the total number of schools having exactly 3 of the 4 facilities? Now, exactly 3 out of the 4 facilities means I'm looking only for those values which have an intersection of exactly 3, right? Because the word exactly is mentioned over here. So it's not at least 3, only exactly 3. Look at the Venn diagram. We know that in a Venn diagram, these 4 cells which are in the corner will represent the intersection of 3 set. That means, can I say this particular school have the facility F1, F2 as well as F3? If you look at this cell has a facility F2, F3 and F4. It does not have F1. This cell does not have F3, but this cell have all the remaining 3 values. This particular cell does not have this green region. That means not F2, but it includes all the rest of the values. So therefore, the number of schools having all the exactly 3 facilities will be the sum of these 4 cells. 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50, that is 200. So the answer to the question is option number 1. 200 will be the correct answer to the question. Look at the second question. It says, what was the number of schools having facilities F2 and F4? Now, here you need to be very careful when I'm saying F2 and F4, right? F2 and F4. Do I need to look at the intersection of F2 and F4 only? Am I looking for only 2 set intersection? No. See, the word only is not mentioned in the question. So I'm looking for schools having F2 and F4. If that school also have F3, do I need to include that? Yes. In addition to F2 and F4, if a particular school have F3 also, you need to include in your answer, because it does not say only F2 and F4 or exactly F2 and F4. So F2 and F4 has to be the facility available in that particular school. So this is F2 and this is F4, right? So F2 and F4, right? Now, you see that this particular school, this particular cell is an intersection of F2 and F4. Yes, but it also have F1 and F3. Do I need to include it in my answer? Yes, because it have F2 and F4. In addition, it have F1 and F3, but it's, as the question says, not F2 and F4 only. So it has F2 and F4. This cell is also having F2 and F4. This cell is also having F2 and F4. This cell is also having F2 and F4. So when you're looking for F2 and F4, you are supposed to take on this value only when the word only is mentioned or exactly is mentioned, because it say F2 and F4. So you need to include the value of all these 4. Now it includes the intersection of 2 as well as the intersection of 3 as well as the intersection of all 4 set. So 50 plus 50, 100 plus 40, 140 plus 45, 185. So answer to the question is option C. The number of schools having facility F2 and F4. If the word only would have been mentioned, then the answer would be only value of only one cell, the corner cell, right? Now next question number 3, it says, what was the number of schools having only facilities F1 and F3? Having only. Now you see that in this particular case, the word only is mentioned, only facility F1 and F3. Now look at the cell that I'm supposed to look at, only F1 and F3. Now this is F3, this is F1. And I'm looking for the intersection of 2 set, and I know the 2 sets are represented by corner cells and these 2 cells, because F1 and F3, you can see that this particular corner is an intersection of F1 and F3. So the number of schools having only F1 and F3, see the word only is mentioned, so therefore this is the answer, that is 42. So what was the number of schools having only facilities F1 and F3? Answer is 42. This was a theta question, options were not given here. Let's look at the question number 4. What was the number of schools having only facilities F1 and F4? Again, very easy to understand, because the word only is mentioned. So only F1 and F4 is an intersection of these 2 sets only. We do not need to include these cells, right? Only this is the intersection of F1 and F4. So the answer to the question is 20. So the number of schools having only facility F1 and F4 would be 20. That's it. These were the 4 questions, and you can see that's a very simple question. If you know the basics of 4-set Venn diagram, you can easily answer the questions, guys. Now, there's small announcement here, right? Very important announcement. These are the upcoming batches for CAT 2021, 12th April, a Master Weekdays evening batch, Master Weekdays batch for CAT 2020, Supreme Weekday batch for CAT 2020, and 17th April practice weekday practice with previous year questions for CAT 2021. You can join Unacademy Plus subscription using my referral code LRDI Live. This will give you a 10% off on Unacademy Plus subscription. Also, there are going to be a price hike on these subscription charges, right? If you purchase the Plus subscription before 14th of April, you'll have to pay these prices. After 14th, you'll have to pay these prices. So there's a last week before the price hike. Enroll for the CAT 2021 as soon as possible on the less charges. Guys, you can practice your data interpretation, logical reasoning with me every day, completely free on Unacademy free special classes. I'm taking one session every day at 4 p.m. With one best set of DI or LR relevant for CAT exam, right? The links for this series is given in the description part of my video. There's an upcoming on the upcoming Sunday, the weekly scholarship test. You can stand a chance to win scholarship up to rupees 55 lakh. You can take it live to compete with the best. Video solutions by the best educators will be given to you, and you can use my code for the registration. And these are my courses for the upcoming month. I have started a DI course on 6th of April. It's a weekday batch only. Only Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday you'll have to attend this class, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday you can attend my complete arithmetic starting on 12th of April 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Both of the timings are same, and a modern math course on Saturday and Sunday only starting from 10th of April 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So by attending one session per day or attending 8 sessions per week, you'll be able to complete DI, arithmetic and modern math. And once your DI is done, I'll be launching logical reasoning at the same time, right? After the 6 weeks. This is a course for 6 weeks. This will be running for 6 weeks. Once you are done with the DI basics and advanced, I'll launch LR course. So by the time your arithmetic will be done, you will be done with your DI as well as your LR also. And by the time your arithmetic will be done, in Saturday and Sunday we'll also complete modern math. After that we'll be also doing the number system here, right? So 5 courses will be completed at the end of 2 months, right? And then if you can attend one more session at 6:30 to 8, you can also cover algebra and geometry parallel to the arithmetic. So in the next 3 months you can complete your syllabus by joining my courses on Unacademy Plus. LRDI Live is the referral code for the Plus subscription. Thank you so much for watching the video. See you in the next part. Thank you.